everyone, and welcome back to another one of our Home Education Journey UK videos. Today is Sunday the 14th of June and I thought today we would do a video based around our animals. As many of you know, we have lots of animals and pets and it's a big part of our daily routine. Now, I don't normally show too much of our pets during our home education vlogs, as I know some of you are massive animal lovers and don't want to watch a 10-minute intro to do with our pets before you even get on to the home ed side of things. And also it would just take that long to record it all. By the time we'd finish recording what we do with our pets, there wouldn't be any time to get on to the other stuff that you guys like to watch. So we've decided that we'll do a separate vlog on that, as there are a lot of you that have shown a lot of love towards our animals on our Instagram page, and so I know some of you will appreciate seeing the routine as to how we look after animals and how they slot in to our daily routine. So here goes. You won't be seeing much of the dogs, the care for the dogs today, because the video would just be too long, but I groom them daily, and sometimes the children will help me with grooming and sometimes they'll come on the walks with us, but it isn't something they do daily. As like I say, that's mainly my responsibility. They take more care of the smaller furries, leaving the bigger the dogs to me, and Lee walks them as well. So I'm going to get started, introduce you to the animals, show our morning routine, and then also go on to cleaning. As it's Sunday, we clean them twice a week, and Sunday is one of the days we clean them out. So I will also show you a little bit of how we clean them out during this video, as well as the daily feeding. Put him in there for exercise, but all he does is sits there
eat the grass
and eats the grass. So this has recently been done. We've still got the screen for the quiet area that we can put around, and the new guinea pig cage here, which this is what they're in at night time, and then during the day we open it up and then they have the run of the inside of there for the majority of the day, which I'll show you in a minute. But Alfie's just going to go and feed them their veggies and food. a board and breaker into the tunnel to attack it.
Have they?
Yeah.
Because they don't want to see the gruesomeness of...
Well, they're only babies, aren't they? They're still getting used to us.
Yeah.
So this is the tortoise enclosure. He spends the night time in here and then some of the time in the daytime whilst he's basking under his lamp, which goes here. I've just already unclipped that to get ready to clean it because I like to unclip it out of the way so it doesn't obviously fall and burn Alfie and I whilst we're doing it. But he's obviously in his run at the minute, so we've got the plate there, which is a nice spot for him to sit with the heat shining down on him, and that's where he does a lot of his basking. And then we have a fleece liner, which we've found works really well. We've tried so many different things with the torque, but we found this works the best because as he poos we can pick it up and he doesn't walk it all over himself. Before, when we didn't notice it, he'd walk it all over the place and it'd get all up his legs, and it wasn't fun for him to be bathed and prodded and rubbed all the time. He didn't enjoy that, and so we found this is better, and then we just can sweep it up, fold it away, pop it in the washing machine, and we use these bags for the washing machine. I think they're horse bits, but they've got a zip, so we put all of the animals' fleeces and blankets and the dog blankets as well in there before we put them in the washing machine, and it just helps and saves the washing machine from getting dirty and all the hairs clogging it up as well. And then we have a little dark area here which we fill with substrate. I'll show you the bag in a minute. We fill that quite high, and then because tortoises like to dig, so we've still got plenty of space in there to dig. It's obviously running low now because he does eat it as well, which is fine. The bag said it's absolutely fine for him to eat it. It's just dried grass and flowers and stuff, so it's fine for the tort. But there's plenty in there for him to dig. It's a natural thing that the tortoise likes to do, and he does also spend a lot of his time, he'll dig and dig and dig, and then he'll end up falling to sleep there, normally before the end of the day. But like I say, at the minute, he's out stretching his legs in the garden, in the pen, eating the grass, I should think, and on the concrete, which helps his claws. He also spends a lot of his time out on the boys' bedroom floor. They're always getting him out also in here doing their things, and he's pottering around in here quite happily. He's our longest pet. We've had him since I was 21, so that's 14. Is it 14 years now? How old am I? 35, yeah. 14 years we've had him now, and the novelty for the children still hasn't worn off. He was our first pet, and I'd never keep adding to the pets if the novelty had worn off with the children, with our first pet, if that makes sense, with our earlier on pets. But it's because the novelty never wears off. They still look after them every day, and their passion is just growing stronger and stronger, which is why we're adding to our animals at the moment. As they're now getting bigger, it's more and more obvious that animals are a real passion for them as they are for me. And that's why we've just recently had our new additions, which we've got the baby quails yesterday and the baby guinea pigs early last week, which obviously we'll show you them and introduce them shortly.
Filmed.
So put them all in there. So it's midday now. Ooh, he's just done a poop, but the tort is just enjoying massively if I can get him. He's enjoying, the sun is really shining on him at the minute. And so he's really enjoying just basking in the natural sun. We try and have him out midday as much as we can because he's the one who benefits mostly from the sun actually shining on him, whereas the guinea pig and the rabbits prefer the shade. And go and get something to pick up that poop. So we've stripped all of the blanket and emptied the hay, the remaining substrate, the dirty substrate, into there, stripped the blanket. I'm about to go and shake that off, and then that will go in the wash bag into the washing machine. Obviously mess on the floor, but we get mess, and that's why we've got a hoover. Animals don't come without mess. It's all part of the fun though. And we use these puppy pads then to line the bottom before we then put the new blanket on. I use these puppy pads for a lot of the animal stuff because it just captures all of the urine. It soaks through the blanket and then lies on there, and I change that maybe once a week. It depends. Sometimes it doesn't need changing that often. If we manage to get the poop as soon as he does it, doesn't check, and he doesn't need changing that often. He spends a lot of the time, like I said, outside as well, so it varies. Once a week, spot clean it twice a week, or whenever he poops, sponge it down, don't we, if he wheezes. And then sometimes it's 2 weeks, but we don't have to change it for 2 weeks, so it's a really handy way of doing things anyway. So, and the puppy pads also don't always get stained, so they sometimes last for weeks and weeks, depends which ones get stained. So yeah, I'm going to carry on. Pumpkin Piggy out in his run. It's 12:30 and we just put the tortoise back, and now it's Pumpkin's turn in the outside run. Sometimes he goes in the indoor run, sometimes he comes out to get some grass. So I'm going to sort Pumpkin's hutch now. I only actually changed his fleece 2 days ago because it got really messy for some reason, so I'm not actually going to change his fleece today. I'm just going to do a spot clean, which is handy because you'll get to see what I do for a spot clean rather than a full clean. And a spot clean we do every day, which is basically just picking up the poop and tidying up the hay and stuff. This is what his hutch looks like at the minute. Not too many poops actually, it's not too bad. He's not litter trained. The rabbit is litter trained, but he's not, so that's his house and that's his bed. So we'll just clear out the poop out the hay, pick up the pieces. So we literally just put gloves on and literally pick up the pieces. It takes about 5 minutes to do. And that's the guinea pig clean, all fresh hay. Sifted through and took out the messy hay, and then all clean. And we do that every day.
We're going to take out all the toys and stuff.
Yeah.
Put them in the run.
And then what we're going to do?
And then we're going to get these. I think we're going to have one each.
You can have one each if you want.
Because the guinea pig's poo isn't like duck poo. It's not
runny, is it? It's
yeah,
hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I forgot the word. I was like, imagine 3 hours later. What was that word again?
And then what are we going to do after we've picked up all the poop?
We're going to put the new, we're going to take the old blankets out and put the new blankets in.
So it looks like the only one they had on the puppy pad that we had to change was the first one, wasn't it? All the rest of it had been able to keep. So it looks like that's their toilet area. That's their nice bed. They like to dig and play in there, don't they? Scratch. Let me just, this is it. Small pet bedding from Amazon. It's dust free as well, which helps their little lungs, doesn't it? And also stops Alfie from sneezing.
Yeah.
You caught this little one, and which one is it?
Alfie.
He's the easiest to catch, isn't he? He's the friendliest. Well, he's the one that doesn't mind being picked up the most. And
Oh, they've bit some of the carrot.
been nibbling.
Yeah. They've nibbled the tops off. Little cheeky ones. Cheeky one.
And we're done, aren't we?
And I've got my guinea pig.
And you have got your guinea pig.
I
And
just caught
oh,
it.
you did. All nice and clean, aren't they? All the way.
It started hailing, so Daddy had to pick the boys up.
It did start hailing. Had to run out and put the big guinea pig back in his hutch, didn't I? Because it was raining.
He's so big compared to these little younglings. Or is that one not that
I've done the
bad?
guinea pig. Yeah. So Bobo's turning the run now. He'll stay in the run until the end of the day. It's, what is it, 3 o'clock?
Yeah, and I just
He
washed
went in
my
about-
hand for 10 minutes.
Yeah, he went in about 2 o'clock. And he'll
Look at
stay in there,
his
having a clean until the end of the day. It's about 8 o'clock probably in the summer. And I've just cleaned out his hutch. So Bo has hay on the top.
And
I've just scraped out and put fresh hay in. And then
that's
he has,
this one.
that's right, hay in there, which I've just cleaned, given fresh hay. But to be honest, his hutch isn't too bad at cleaning. It can last quite a while, just top up really. But I have given complete, hang on darling, complete new stuff. And then, because he's litter trained, so his litter tray's there. So I've emptied that, we empty that every day. Just empty that now. And then he has sawdust on the bottom, wood shavings. So I've just, and then hay down there. So I've just topped all that up. It's all nice and clean. But like I said, I don't have to really do it that often because it's just he's very clean and it all goes in his tray. He doesn't have fleece because he tends to just pull at it and chew it and mess it up. So that's why he has the wood shavings and the hay. We've just changed the puppy pad and wiped over the porcelain slate, and they've already pooped on there again, haven't they? But they look a bit cleaner. Doesn't last long. Hoovered around the outside a bit.
Me?
It won't last
I
long.
know
Just
which ones are the peckers. This one and my old one.
that little one, he pecks
The
everything.
little one and that one.
Yeah.
Alfie's and mine.
I think that little one pecks the most, so as soon as anything goes near the cage, it's fine. They're just babies. They'll be fine.
Look! Look what?
So there we go. All the animals are clean and sorted. It usually takes a couple of hours on a Sunday and midweek to do full cleans of them all, and then in the week to do spot cleans it takes about half an hour. So as we all work together as a team, and the children usually each morning pick which animal it is that they want to look after that day, and then they'll then feed it, spot clean.
No, you help us.
Yeah, if you need me to help, then I'll obviously help. But I'd say that if they need help, then I'll obviously help with that as well. They usually do it after breakfast time, and then they'll also, hang on darling, one sec, feed them again in the evening about 5, and then I will lock them all up about 8 o'clock whilst it's summertime. And I think that is about everything.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed getting to know our animals. Comment down below which animal you like the most. Bye!